What's up guys, it's Hunter aka Gorilla Gunman, and the video you're about to see is pretty much my first game of Battlefield. I've only ever played Battlefield a couple of times while over at my friend's house, and it's been a while and I've never picked up the game myself and tried to get into it. So I decided to get it yesterday because a lot of people have been telling me recently that it's so much better than the childish game of Call of Duty. So I wanted to make this video to give you guys my perspective on it, as from me being a Call of Duty player. So, you know, maybe if you're a Call of Duty player too and you're looking at buying Battlefield, this is a great video for you to learn what to expect once you get the game. And I also wanted to make this video to explain why I didn't upload yesterday. I was supposed to upload my first episode of my Minecraft survival series, but I had a bunch of problems with rendering, and even once I got it rendered and I could upload it to YouTube, I even had problems with that. It was like stuck at a certain percentage, so I had to reconvert the video file and re-upload it. So I finally got it up today, and if you guys are interested in Minecraft things, definitely make sure to check that out because there's going to be a lot of those coming soon. And so let me get to the purpose of this video. I'm uploading 2 videos today because I made the promise that if I missed today, I would upload 2 the next day, you know, so I can make it up for skipping that upload. And so let me talk about now what I thought on Battlefield. I really enjoyed it, actually. When I played before at my friend's house, I didn't like it that much, but, you know, it was probably because, you know, I wasn't at my own house playing on my own setup. I was at, you know, my friends, and we were kind of hanging out and stuff, so I wasn't really focused into the game, and I didn't learn much about it. So I kind of gave it a, you know, bad rap before I actually got into the game and tried to learn things about it. But from the couple of games that I played today, I played for a couple of hours. I really liked the way that the battles were. It was kind of a one side versus another side. It wasn't just like a run and gun bloodbath like Call of Duty is, which it's, you know, that's all fun and all, but it's not something that I can do for a really long time because I get frustrated. When Battlefield, I feel like I could really just sit down and relax and play like a good game filled of, you know, like actual strategy and stuff, instead of the kind of run and gun, spray and pray Call of Duty battles are. So that's one thing. I really like the battles, but one con that I had was I don't really like the movement. Like when you run, you're kind of like bouncing up and down and stuff, and I think it kind of messes with like the quality of the game, of the graphics, because you're like running, so like there's a lot of frames per second, and then you're like bouncing up and down and stuff. It's a lot for the game to process all at once, so I feel like it affects the graphics a little, or maybe I just don't like the graphics as much in Battlefield, but they seem pretty good. But I don't really like the texture, so that's another con besides the movement. But another pro is that maps are interactive, so like different walls will blow up when will break apart when you're shooting at them, or if if they get hit by a grenade, parts of it blow off, chunks of the wall. So if somebody's hiding behind a wall and you're shooting at the wall crumbles apart and you hit the person behind it, and it's pretty cool. When in Call of Duty, you don't really see much of that. And I know there's another map on Battlefield where like a whole building collapse, and I think one of the like flags, it's kind of like domination in Call of Duty. One of the flags are like on that building, and the building collapsed and stuff. So I really like that aspect of the game. That's definitely a cool thing to look at. And another con is that there isn't any kill streaks in Battlefield, which isn't that big of a deal because it is a different game, so they can't have the same things. But I guess it's kind of the idea of you are the kill streak, which leads to a pro. I do like that they have jets and tanks and stuff and other vehicles in the game, but I kind of think that, like what I was saying with the you are the kill streak, instead of, you know, calling in a kill streak, you can get into a jet and become the kill streak, which is cool and all, but I kind of like the more efficient way in Call of Duty, how you can just call it in and it'll come in and do it for you while you're still playing the game. But I guess that's all, you know, your opinion, and really all of this is my opinion. So if I say something that you don't like, just remember this is what I personally think. And another thing I liked about the game was the matchmaking. It throws you into a game right away, and so far it seems that it balances out the teams really well. when I play Call of Duty, every game I get into, it's me versus a bunch of MLGs. Like it'll be a whole clan versus me and a bunch of scrubs that keep leaving the game, and or like, I don't know. It's just the matchmaking in Call of Duty doesn't work at all. At least in the newer in Advanced Warfare, at least. I really feel like skill-based matchmaking doesn't even exist. That's the point that I've come to. And another con is I don't really like the options, like the menus and stuff to, change different things in the game. I think it's a lot more complicated when Call of Duty kind of has a real simplicity design to it. It's real easy to change things, and it's easier to understand than Battlefield's kind of more complicated, in-depth, like advanced settings that you can get into. But that's just something, again, that I have to kind of get used to. And I think that kind of goes for the movement of the game too. I just have to get used to it, and then I'll definitely enjoy it more than I did. And my last pro that I had was the sliding. It's actually a part of the movement that I do like. Like in Call of Duty, you used to be able to dolphin dive, and in Advanced Warfare you can slide, and in Ghost you can slide. But in this game you can slide as well, but you can slide like backwards, you can slide to the sides, and it's a great movement if you get used to like doing it. If you get good at doing it, you can dodge bullets and get behind cover easily, and I really enjoyed it because somebody was shooting a bullet at me and I can just slide to the left and hide behind something and get engaged in the gunfight. When in Call of Duty, before you can do that, you're probably already going to be shot down, so it makes it a little more fair. And I really like that. I thought it was a pretty cool thing in the game. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh, well, I also thought that Battlefield games were a lot slower because some of the maps are like massive compared to Call of Duty. Because when in Call of Duty, in Domination, for example, there's only the A, B, and C flags. When in Battlefield, some of the maps have like A, B, C, D, E, G, and F, I think. So that's how big the maps are, that it's really spread out. And it's cool because you actually can pick where you spawn, and I'm not sure if that's all the time, but I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't played enough to know. But I think it's cool that you can pick where you spawn, but until you get used to the game again, you're not really gonna be able to figure all that out. But that's definitely cool that you get to pick where you spawn, so I guess that kind of makes it up for the maps being too big. But yeah, so that's why some of the games are kind of slower, because the maps are so big, which can be fun in the long run. Like I said, Call of Duty gets me really frustrated, but I feel like I could play Battlefield for a while because it is kind of a slower game, but it's definitely also a harder game. So if you're not real good at Call of Duty, you're probably not going to be good at all at Battlefield, unless somehow maybe this is your notch or whatever. But it definitely is more realistic. Like in Call of Duty, if you have a sniper, it doesn't matter how far away the person is, it doesn't matter if they're running, as long as when you pull the trigger, you're aiming at them, you're gonna get the kill, or at least, hit them. When in Battlefield, if someone's far away and they're running, due to gravity, in real life, a bullet will slowly drop down in front of them, you also have to aim in front of them if they're running, so the bullet can catch up to them by the time it reaches them. Which definitely makes the game a lot harder because there's bullet drop all the time, so if you're aiming at someone's head, it's probably not going to hit them in the head if they're a decent range away, unless it's up close. So it definitely is a harder game to get used to, but overall I really liked it. I can't say yet if I'm going to switch to Battlefield being my main game, because I think I will always stick with Call of Duty just because I love it so much. It's the only game I really have ever known that been playing all the time. So I hope you guys liked this video. It took me a long time to make this today, and it took me all the problems that I had with rendering the other video. So I really hope that you guys enjoy it, and stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys later.